Hello, and welcome back to Building Your Dream Part 3. As you'll recall, in the previous segments, you have specifically defined what you want to accomplish, your dream scene, and you established your goals. You have determined your ideal dream scene and compared it to your current situation or your current scene, and you have identified the departures between the dream scene and your current scene. Further, in the example we were working on in Part 2, you want to make $5,000 per week. We will now discuss what ways that you can take that number and make it a reality for you. We all know that a number is one thing and it is easy to state. But how does that number translate into actual actions? Of course, that depends on what you do currently. Let's say you're a car salesman. Your average commission is $500 per car sold. To make $5,000 a week, you would need to sell 10 cars per week to meet your goal. How do you do it? To start, you look at other successful car salesmen that are selling that many cars per week. What are the actions they take to create that sales volume? These are the actions that you must take if you also want to create that sales volume. You need to break them down to daily and weekly actions and do those actions every day. Let's take Real Balance as an example. It's more real, so to speak. You want to make $5,000 per week, which is more than $20,000 per month, and I hope you do. What are the actions you need to take to get to this dream scene? Let's break it down. With the Real Balance program, you earn 5% on your weak leg. To make this example easier to understand, we're going to assume that you are in a power leg. You have a great sponsor and that they're really there to help and mentor you. They have built a power leg, they practice what they preach, and it is now up to you to access the power leg volume. At 5%, you would need $100,000 of volume in your weak leg to earn $5,000 in weekly commission. At $100 per monthly auto ship, that would be 1,000 business associates in your weak leg downline paying per week. That translates to over 4,000 associates per month. It may seem like a lot of people, but let's break it down further. Remember, you do not have to personally sponsor all these associates. They just need to be in your downline. Multiplication is the key here. Have you ever heard the parable about a penny? It goes like this. If you were given a choice to receive $1 million in 1 month or a penny doubled every day for 30 days, which would you choose? At first blush, it seems like $1 million is the way to go. A penny is so worthless, it surely could not pass $1 million. Well, the power of multiplication is amazing, as is the Real Balance compensation plan. A mere penny that first day doubled each day for 30 days turns into over $5 million by day 30. A mere penny to $5 million. Now that's powerful. Now with the Real Balance program, it would be quite a bit overly optimistic to think it would double each day. But what if you could find one person per week that would duplicate and likewise double each week? After a mere 13 weeks, you would have over 4,000 associates under you. That is a short 3 months. However, as a note, that assumes that every one of the associates under you duplicates weekly as you do. Most likely, not probable for the vast majority, but certainly possible for some. So let's back it down a lot more. Let's assume you only get one associate per month that duplicates and doubles each month. Then, in 13 months, you will have over 4,000 associates in your weak leg. That is just barely over 1 year. Now this seems much more doable, so let us use this as our target example. What will it take to get one new associate every month that duplicates, and they find at least one other that duplicates as well? The math goes like this. Month 1, you get one duplicating associate. Month 2, you get another duplicating associate, and your previous associate duplicates, so now you have 2 more. Month 3, you get 1 more, and the other 2 get 1. That makes 4. Month 4 turns into 8. Month 5, 8 turns into 16. Month 6, 16 turns into 32. Month 7, 32 turns into 64. Month 8, 64 to 128. Month 9, 128 to 256. Month 10, the 256 turn into 512. Month 11, the 512 turn into 1,024. Then month 12, the 1,024 turn into 2,048. And then month 13, the 2,048 turn into 4,096. See how that power of multiplication all of a sudden zoomed up? Bam! In a little over a year, you could have over 4,000 associates in your weak leg. And that is if you only find one new associate per month that also duplicates as you do, and they find one that also duplicates. That's just one good associate per month. So ask yourself, is that doable? A mere one quality associate per month? If you say no, then this program is not for you. Honestly, you are not willing to put in the effort and energy needed to be successful. On the flip side, if you're saying, heck yeah, I can do this, then let's dig a little deeper. What will it take to get that one quality associate per month? This again, and of course, depends on your current situation. Are you respected? Are you authority in your field? Do you have a large warm market or not? Do you have a proven system such as an internet sales funnel or not? Do you have the knowledge base, etc.? Let's say you are lacking in most of these areas. So what do you need to do? As I've mentioned earlier, first you need to know the product and have 100% confidence that it is a great product and others will benefit from its use. Confidence is a powerful commodity, and if you don't have it, you need to get it. If you do have that confidence and knowledge, then what you need to do is start outflowing. Outflowing is making others aware of your product through a communication channel. This could be emails, it could be phone calls, it could be one-on-one meetings, advertisements, internet ads, etc. All these methods are channels of outflow. Determine the best one for you and start outflowing now. I want to note something here, and that is, don't fall into the getting ready to get ready procrastination trap. It goes something like this. I'll get started next week once I get my business cards. Then the business cards come and you say, well, I'll get started the next week once I get my brochures. Brochures come, and then you say, well, I'll get started next week once my website is up and properly working. And it goes on and on and on. Always another excuse to get started later. If you find yourself falling into this trap, stop it now. Your future prosperity depends upon it. Instead of making excuses, start outflowing now. Put in the discipline to do it now. Make a call, talk to a friend, just do it. Follow Art Williams' advice here. Do it and do it and do it again. If you don't know Art Williams, Google it. Art Williams, do it, and watch the video. We also have it on our website. It is amazing and entertaining. Okay, once you determine your preferred method of outflow, get started. Get started, and keep track. For example, how many phone calls did I do today? How many phone calls does it take to get a meeting? How many meetings to get a yes? How many yeses to get a good associate? By keeping track, you will be able to establish statistics on how much effort is needed to get a specific result. Over time, this will help you get more efficient and really know your sales pipeline, so to speak. This will help you create an effective routine that allows success to just start pouring into your life. This is important, so again, do it. Keep track. In regards to the amount of effort needed, we have discussed this in the past. On this subject, I believe the best book is 10X by Grant Cardone. In 10X, Grant explains that to reach your goal, it will take 10 times the effort you expect it will to accomplish that goal. He also discusses that the average close takes 7 pitches. Most give up at 2 or 3. Therefore, if you have the belief that we must do 10 times the effort and pitch at least 10 times before we accept a no, then effort will come off your outflowing. We should not get discouraged. We can stop the internal complaining that goes something like this. Another rejection. Why isn't this happening faster? This is too much effort. I can't do this anymore. When you know it takes 10x, we go above and beyond and do it and do it and do it again. We are not average. We are stars. And we are willing to put in the work to be successful. This is our mode of operation, 10x. This leads to my final topic in this Build Your Dream series. So far, you have determined what you want to have, your dream scene, and you have specific established goals. You know what you need to do. We just discussed this. The final piece is, who do you have to be? Think about this. Short example. When I was in high school, I had a good friend, Tony, who was in a band. I went to one of his shows, and he actually impressed me. His band sounded really good. However, even though they sounded good, they all just stood there in place and performed. Their performance activity was boring. After the show, I asked Tony, why don't you run around, jump up and down, and act crazy on stage like most rock stars do? He said, oh, I plan on doing that once we get more popular. I thought to myself, what? He's got this all backwards. He can't have the popularity without being and doing what rock stars be and do first. He needed to figure out his rock star beingness, then start doing what rock stars do. Then, if he worked hard enough, he would start to get what rock stars have, which is women, fame, and fortune. You absolutely do not get the women, fame, and fortune before being and doing the rock star. It is the same in business. You need to figure out what you want to have, determine what you need to do, then figure out who you need to be. Once that is established, you first start being that person, then start doing what needs to be done. You go into massive 10x action with confidence. Then, if you work hard enough and smart enough, you will start to have what a successful business person has. So what does a successful business person look and act like? Well, we can start by saying it is most definitely the opposite of what a bum looks and acts like. For success, we need to be clean, shower daily, dress nicely for our region. I say for our region because you don't wear business suits in Hawaii. You wear nice casual attire. Likewise, you don't wear Tommy Bahama shirts in New York. You wear business suits. So dress appropriate for your area. It is best to dress a little nicer than your prospect. Not too much nicer, just a little. Next, know your facts and know your pitch. Be confident but relaxed. If you are new, practice your pitch with your upline. They're there to help you succeed. Your success creates their success. It is a win-win. I keep coming back to this concept of confidence. I believe this is the most important attribute of B if you are to be successful. Take a look at 5 successful business persons you respect. When observing them, I'll bet you recognize that they are confident and relaxed. Whatever you do, do not be the opposite, which is coming off as desperate and needy. Nothing results in failure faster than neediness. People instinctively run from those that are needy. If you want financial success, you cannot come off as needy. Knowing your facts and being practiced will help eliminate the smell of neediness. Next, be on time, do what you say you will do, and have manners. There's a balance that needs to be met here. At the two ends of interaction with others, you have neediness on the far left and you have arrogance on the far right. Neither are good. No one likes an arrogant SOB know-it-all, and no one likes a needy puffball. In the middle, we have those that have manners but are not overly polite. Again, you do not want to come off as needy, just good manners. Then you have confidence. That must not come off as arrogance. Confidence is good, arrogance is bad. Work the balance. Have good manners, be confident and relaxed. Do not be arrogant or needy. Next is attitude. Be positive. Be creating your dream scene in your mind before it exists in the physical world. You will automatically have a positive attitude about it. That's how visualization and goal setting works. On the flip side, do not be full of doubt, worry, and negative energy. Be a positive energy producer, not a negative energy sucking vampire. It is really just a decision. Decide to have great energy and be positive. So to wrap up, if you look and are being the proper part, you are knowledgeable and confident and have a positive attitude, you will have the initial beingness you need for success. Of course, we have covered a lot of territory in this very short time. Nearly every one of these paragraphs could be an entire video in itself. Many will be in the future. That being said, you now have a foundation. It is time to go to work, and we will fill in the details as we progress. The process reminds me of a book I read a while back. Its title was Ready, Fire, Aim. The premise was, in business, get started doing and then fine-tune your aim later. The getting started and doing is more important than waiting till everything is perfect, because everything will never be perfect. Let's do it and do it and do it again. Thank you. And as always, to an elevated lifestyle. I look forward to seeing you and meeting you again.
She is the most fascinating woman in the world. In her presence, wild animals display intelligent talents. Elvis impersonators impersonate her. The king of the jungle bows at her feet.
I always drink water, and when I do, I fancy real water. Stay hydrated, my friends.